Today I fucked up by accidentally showing my employer an email confirming my new job, before I gave my notice. After years of being a Today I Fucked Up reader, I have finally fucked up in a hilarious, for you, an awful, awful way, for me. And so I'm now joining the ranks of Today I Fucked Up poster. So this morning I accepted a job offer, yay. It was a difficult decision because I enjoy my current job and I love my coworkers, but the new position is a better fit with the kind of work I want to be doing. I got an email from the recruiter this afternoon confirming my acceptance. Because I haven't signed a contract yet, I also haven't given my current employer my notice, and it's been a bit uncomfortable being at the office acting normal when I know I'll be dropping this bomb soon. We are a small company, I'm in a close-knit team of only 4 people. All of us are good at our jobs and we are quite busy. My leaving will be unexpected and not great for the team, and I do feel bad about it. Unfortunately for me, I now have an even better reason to feel bad. So this afternoon I was in a meeting with my team, including my team lead and our manager, who is also the CEO and whom we all get on well with. We were brainstorming some design solutions. I'm a designer, and my coworker suggested there was a feature in Gmail that was similar to what we wanted to achieve. I was already sharing my screen, so I logged into my personal Gmail without thinking. Work email is a different platform. At the top were 2 unread emails, but below that in the read section, the email was the top one, with subject, job offer, and preview, thank you for accepting our offer. We're glad you want to join our company. Paraphrasing here. I didn't realize until like 5–10 seconds in when I immediately opened a new tab and tried to play it off. I am absolutely mortified. No one let on that they saw it, but if they did, and I think that's not unlikely, the email preview left absolutely zero doubt about what was going on. I really hope my new employer will send me the contract tomorrow, my day off, so I can sign it ASAP and give my notice first thing Monday. And apologize profusely in case my boss saw it. I really did not want them to find out like this. In the meantime I have to try to laugh about it with you guys because otherwise I'll spend the whole weekend cringing. So please Reddit, be amused at my misery. Too long did not read. In a meeting where I was sharing my screen, my coworker wanted to show us a design feature in Gmail. I opened my Gmail and it had the email, "Thanks for accepting our job offer," in full view of my team lead and our CEO. Not sure if they saw. Edit. I'm a woman, not relevant, just correcting the comments cheeky smiley face. Edit 2. Clarified why I opened my personal email account. I choose to live in a world where your CEO saw that message and hits you up tomorrow to ask, "Hey, is there anything I could do or say to get you to stay?" And, if your answer is no, he says, "Well then, best of luck to you and we will take the next 2 weeks to transition your stuff over." That's the world I want to live in, right now, this afternoon. There's an episode of Star Trek: Lower Decks, where Ensign Rutherford tries alternative careers to engineering, and even though the engineering crew loves him and doesn't want him to leave, they encourage him to be himself and find what makes him happiest anyway. And that's how jobs should work. I think the FU was using the same email and computer for internal work business and your personal life. Woman facepalming medium light skin tone. Here's to hoping it was embarrassing and nothing more. Never show a personal screen on such situations, ever. Said that once I forgot I was screen sharing through Discord while talking with a client and alt-tabbed in a conversation with another colleague about such client. That was bad. Lucky me I wasn't talking shit. So people might have read it, and nobody said anything. Not really seeing any consequence here. Today I fucked up by telling my best friend I have feelings for her. I've, 20M, been friends with this girl, 21F, for about a year and a half now and we've grown really close. Initially we actually met because I asked her out but it developed into a platonic relationship. She very much saw me as a brother figure and wanted to keep it that way. She was under the impression I had gotten over my feelings for her and I told her I did. In reality those feelings still existed and I was just repressing them because I wanted to be a good friend. I knew if she found out again things would be over because she explicitly told me how much she values having a friend who isn't interested in her romantically. I tried for so long to keep it that way but it made it impossible for me to move on. Whenever I tried to think about dating other people my feelings for her just made it impossible. I knew there was never a chance of us getting together and to be frank we would never be a good match. We're very different people who expect different things from a relationship right now. The guilt kept eating away at me for feeling this way. I truly didn't want to. I felt dishonest and ashamed because I felt like one of those guys who is only friends with a girl in hopes of dating her. Was I like that? Not sure, but I never really had hope that we'd get together. I felt like I had to do this in order to give myself closure and move on with my life. It seems like that has come at the sacrifice of our friendship and she doesn't want to continue it anymore. I feel absolutely terrible to the point that I actually have thrown up from nerves. She was the closest person in my life and I pretty much just ruined it out of the blue for my own sake. I think it would have been more admirable for me to keep it to myself and continue the friendship and learn to move on without sacrificing it. Too long did not read. Told a longtime close friend my feelings for her and it resulted in her wanting to no longer be friends. Best to walk away when rejected if platonic isn't possible. Hey there. I think this is a tough spot to be in. It's pretty common to catch feelings for someone you initially had romantic interest in, but then develop a platonic relationship with. It seems like you were trying to suppress those feelings in order to keep the friendship intact, but it got to be too much. It's totally understandable that you wanted closure and to move forward, but it sucks that it meant the end of your friendship. At the end of the day, it's important to be honest with yourself and the other person about your feelings, but also to respect their boundaries and decisions. It might take some time for them to process and possibly reconcile, so giving them space and respecting their wishes is key. You won't see it for a while, but I think this is better in the long run. She doesn't have romantic feelings towards you and you would continue pining for her if you saw her and talked to her regularly. Even though this was not your choice, it is better to be distanced from her so your heart can heal and you can move on and move forward. She explicitly told me how much she values having a friend who isn't interested in her romantically. And in reality, she never did have that. Well done for being honest, rather than persisting in presenting a false front in order to match that expectation. We don't choose who we develop feelings for. Attraction is a beautiful thing. You have nothing to be ashamed about. Listen, you did the right thing. You didn't do this out of the blue. It's clearly something that has been building for a long time. And you know what, there's nothing wrong with that. You made the attempt to be just a friend, but it didn't work. When you finally realized that it was affecting you, you did something about it so that you both could move on with the next phase of your respective lives. It may not have been the outcome you were hoping for, but you will both be able to move on now. That is a good and healthy thing. Keep your chin up. I know it feels lonely and like you have a hole through your entire being. That will pass, not quickly but it will. And, you will be stronger for it. Stay true to yourself and learn from this as you walk into your next chapter. Today I fucked up by texting my dad. Today is my dad's, 47 male, birthday. I, 26 female. Texted him earlier in the day to wish him a happy birthday and let him know we would come visit him this weekend. I was cleaning house in a black bodysuit and booty shorts and caught a glimpse of myself in a full-length mirror while putting the broom back in the closet. I thought I looked kind of cute, so I snapped a couple spicy pics to send my husband. Without looking, I opened my messaging app and I sent one full body and one booty only pic. I accidentally sent them to my dad since he was the last person I texted. Mortified, I immediately texted him telling him not to open his messages and to give his phone to my mom to delete what was sent as it wasn't meant for him. I called my mom asking if he was home, but he's at work. This took place about an hour ago, and I just got a text back from my dad that he opened the messages before he saw the word, delete. Then right after, rest assured they are deleted. Too long did not read. Accidentally sent spicy pics to my dad on his birthday. Accidents happen and your dad is cool enough and mature enough to realize that. Dad gets major points for not making a big deal out of this. I wish I had that much nonchalant parents. They were so chill about this, it's kind of heartwarming and funny. I've had the opposite happen. Friend of my wife's accidentally sent spicy pics to me. She's my wife's friend, but sometimes she'll send a pic of like a shirt she's found on sale or something like that asking if my wife will like it. Birthday present advice. Mostly asking if she already has something or not. She had just sent me a pic of some shoes she got my wife for almost nothing. Then boom, nudes. Then profusely apologizing. Then more texts apologizing to my wife and telling her not to kill me because I had nothing to do with those pics. And that's how I found out what her friend looks like naked. Years later the awkwardness had worn off and it was never mentioned again. Edit. Autocorrect strikes again. As a dad, I would ask my daughter, 24, if she needed .me to forward to her boyfriend. Your dad and mom had sex at least once and I am sure he completely understands. Don't beat yourself up. Live life and laugh. I accidentally sent a spicy pic to my mother-in-law. She was really nice about it. Cold sweat smile. Today I fucked up by thinking the thing in my belly button was normal. I don't often touch or poke at my belly button because it would make me squeamish, but occasionally I would notice that thing inside it. I always assumed it was an old nub end of dried out umbilical cord or maybe a little piece of skin. For years I just let it be, but lately it started to get on my mind more and more. I never asked anyone if they had the same thing in theirs, but I finally decided to Google it and I was immediately grossed out. Turns out it was a navel stone. Years of buildup of dead skin, oils, hair, and whatever else makes its way in there. Now, I consider myself to be pretty hygienic, but it just never dawned on me that your belly button needed special attention to keep clean. After a few minutes of researching if I should attempt to deal with it myself or go to the doctor, I decided I'd give it a shot myself. I grabbed the tweezers and got at it. Little pieces were coming off, but I wasn't getting a good grip on it. Again, I hate touching this area. I looked at more pictures, I don't recommend it, to get an idea of what I was dealing with. I got more determined to get it out. I stuck the tweezers in deeper, past my comfort zone, and grabbed that sucker. I twisted it loose and pulled it out. It's black and the size of a sunflower seed. Or a small bean. TLR, I let a navel stone form for many years before learning it wasn't a piece of body tissue. The bot deleting everything in the comments is fucking brilliant. LMAO. Why is there a bot wreaking havoc in the comments? No mention of the smell. I am disappointed? So I can have N3AGTIV3 karma on this sub as long as I don't post TH3L3TT3R AFTVF? Is there a link to their tier system? Tears of joy. These comments are killing me.